Alright, how's it going, guys? So, this is gonna be an Apex video, obviously, as if you read the title. So right now, I'm just gonna be discussing, kinda like, which character you should choose, between Caustic and Mirage. As well as which character is, who is the best character in Apex. So, in my opinion, I regret buying Caustic first. I just got Mirage, and that's why I was thinking, like, hey, I should make this video. Because I just got Mirage, and now I have both of them, and I played a couple games with both of them, and I just think that Mirage is just less situational than Caustic. Like, if you're gonna play Caustic, you're gonna have to convince your squad to either land. You're gonna have to convince your squad to land like Skulltown, bunker, or like repulsator station, or artillery. Because if you're gonna land like Riverside, or Cascades, or swamps, or like anywhere other than that, or maybe like the pit would work. Maybe the pit would be fine. But like anywhere other than that, you're just gonna get shredded by someone that has like a better by someone who just is who's just better, who just has a better character on, right? Or maybe who's just better player in general, but you can't use your passive, which is the worst in the game, or your tactical, or like anything like that, because they're just terrible. Like, your tactical is the only one that's good. Your ultimate is literally just your tactical, and then your passive is literally the dumbest thing ever. When I heard about Caustic's, I thought Caustic's passive was something different, and sometimes I've died to Caustic, and I'd be like, wow, this guy's really good, like, he did really well in here, like, he's like, definitely really good, right? But, like, I didn't realize that it was just because, it was just, like, one situation. And Mirage can be used in multiple situations. If you're coming out of a tight spot, and you need to set out a decoy and just run away, then you might as well, right? And it fools a lot of people now. Eventually, they're probably going to nerf it, though, and that's why I'm going to talk about maybe saving up your Apex coins to buy the new character that's going to come out in the new character or characters that's going to come out in Season 1. And I'm thinking they're going to probably add some better ones, because I just think that, Caustic and Mirage are both kind of weak. You can definitely go against me on that. I just think that they're just not that strong of characters. Especially if we're talking about, what's his name? Especially if we're talking about, like, Caustic, who is just way too situational, and you, like, if you're gonna use Caustic, just, like, I don't recommend using Caustic. And I also don't recommend using Mirage. And if I had to say, okay, would I buy Caustic or Mirage right now? I would say Mirage. But he's probably going to get nerfed soon. Which means that I would now, like right now, I would buy Mirage, but I would, like right now, if, like, I knew that that there are no more characters coming out, I would buy Mirage. But that's not for certain, and I think there are going to be new characters coming out pretty soon, and so that's why I think you should just save up your Apex coins. Now let's talk about, like, the solid 6 characters, and quote me on this if you want, but right now I think of those 6, Pathfinder's the weakest. He's a really cool character, and I like that you can, like, trick shot and stuff, but, like, sure, it's fun, but if you're trying to win, that's not the character you go, right? Like, so, for example, like, sure, you can, like, fling yourself and, like, go for trick shots. Like, he's a character that if you want to hit clips for, you go with him, right? But really, other than that, like, you could have gone Wraith, you could have gone Bangalore, you could have gone Lifeline, right? And I just think that like there's so much more better options, I think. And so, right, I think also that if you're going to go like let's say you go Bangalore, right? She's good, but her ultimate's bad. And let's say you're gonna go Wraith. Her passive and her tactical are really good. The same thing as Bangalore. But she's just not the best. Their ultimates aren't that great. Bangalore's ultimate is better than Wraith's, I'll admit it. But also Wraith's tactical, in my opinion, is better than Bangalore's tactical. And even though Bangalore's tactical is very good, the smoke bombs are very good, they're just not as good. I mean, basically, like, her tactical and then her passive, their passives are kind of equal, right? The speed, but at the same time, like, Wraith, if you're in an open field, like, is probably the most perfect character you could use. Gibraltar, in my opinion, is very underrated. I honestly think that Gibraltar's a really strong character. But at the same time, I don't find what's his name. I really just don't find Bloodhound is that good of a character. All my friends are like, "Oh yeah, I mean Bloodhound, he's really good." I can't understand how he's good. Because I have like 2 kills with him. And in my opinion, he's just as situational as, let's say, he's just as situational as, like, in my opinion, he's as good as Mirage. And I would say, if I had to rank them right now, I would say I would choose, like, Wraith or Lifeline or Bangalore or even, like, this is debatable. Like, is it Gibraltar or Bloodhound? And people are gonna think, like, are you silly? I just don't find the strong point. Like, movement in this game is really important, and I feel like Bloodhound's the one character that you go if you're just like a camper, and that's all you do, right? And so, like, I'm really like active and moving and stuff, and like if I get into a tight situation, I always want to like be able to reposition with Wraith, right? And that's why I'm in Wraith, and I think her like moving around a lot, like knowing if someone's like watching you while you're doing this, is also really helpful. And I'm just used to her, right? Like, she's who I main, right? I have like 210 kills with her. I know like what I'm doing with her, right? And then I also I play Lifeline a bit. I have like 15 kills on her. She's pretty good. But she's also kind of like a camper. At the same time though, you can she's pretty good. Her shield, I think, like her knockdown shield, like when you're like rezzing someone, it's good from long range, but it's really just like overrated in close range, in close quarters. Because, I mean, someone just like, if you're fighting a kid with a Peacekeeper, and then that kid, or not fighting a kid with a Peacekeeper, let's say you're like, you get knocked like mid-range, and then you're like, oh, I got this shield, I can just res, right? You might as well just beat Gibraltar, and then use his shield, right? But Lifeline's also super important. Lifeline's right now is just like, she's super important. You should always have her in your squad, my opinion. So my friend Asa, you guys all know Asa probably, he plays Lifeline, and we need him, right? Because if you don't have your Lifeline, then who's gonna heal, right? Like, who's gonna get you guys like the good armor, right, from the drops and the good helmets and stuff, right? And it's really important, especially when it comes down to like, okay, like, what are we gonna do after this fight, right? Like, we don't have enough meds for after this fight. And so right now I have to rate them. I would say Lifeline's first, Wraith is second, Bangalore is third, Gibraltar or Bloodhound as 4th and 5th, Mirage is 6th, Pathfinder is 7th, and Caustic at 8th. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys some other time anyway. Just wanted to get this video out because I told you guys I was going to post on Sundays, and I am. Anyway, yep, I will see you guys in the next video or the next stream, and please do watch my streams. I am live every day on the weekend, Fridays including. So every day on the weekend for 3 hours. Go check out the about section of our channel to figure out like that stuff, and it's usually Fridays after school for like 3 or 4 hours, and then you have Saturdays from like 10 to 1. This week I couldn't do it because I had like this science thing, and then like Sundays at the same time, and then I post on Sundays and Wednesdays. So anyway, hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I will catch you guys later. Bye bye.